Hope you are able to see my screen. So this what we covered in the last week's session, right? The type of waste, which is very important session. And based on that, we are going to concentrate on the lean side of it, right? So type of waste, what are all the waste we identify and how we are going to avoid from the process. This lean methodology started by Toyota. Okay, the TPS is a very famous word when you come to the lean management. Okay, Toyota production system. They only first introduced this lean methodology, how we can improve that into the next phase. That's what we covered in the last session. I want to give some heads up so that we can see the continuity in the class, right? See now in the type of waste, okay, see what is a lean principle? So lean mainly concentrate on the continuous improvement and the customer satisfaction. Okay, this is what we covered. And value add and non-value. This is very, very important one. Whenever you start any of the process, right, you have to understand in that particular process, okay, are you going to bring any value add or it is a non-value add steps, right? We will cover that. Okay, we how to identify the value add, non-value add. We are going to discuss in detail now. Okay. And second thing, what we are trying to cover here is how we have to create a VSM, right? Value stream mapping. That's a very powerful tool in Lean Six Sigma. Unless you understand what is the VSM and how it works, you cannot remove a waste, right? You cannot remove the or you cannot identify the waste in the process. So this VSM plays a major role. There are seven types of waste which we covered. We discussed about this one, right? The TIMWOOD, we'll call it as a transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, and defects. So we asked you to do the exercise, right? Based on the any of the process, what is the type of waste in the process? That's what we ask you to do the exercise in the last class. So now we'll continue, and then in the end of the class, we'll take one exercise, and then we will do how to identify this particular waste. Okay, this week's session, what we are going to cover here is waste elimination technique. Okay, how we can eliminate the waste in the process. See the core thing in the lean is waste elimination. Six Sigma is a different, lean is different. Lean focus on the waste elimination. Okay, in that there are a lot of techniques we brought in the lean methodology. One is just in time. Okay, just in time business, which will give need of the customer when it occurs. See, for example, you're going to buy any new car. Okay, previously what's happened, car, everything will be available and then you can go on and pick a car and then come back. When you are going to book a car or even a bike nowadays, right? When you are going back and then booking it, they will give a time. For example, it will take 15 days time or 1 month time or 2 months time. You have to wait and then get it. Why it is? It is because of the just in time. See, they don't want to waste that. See, for example, I'm ordering a car, right? In that, all your car chases, everything will be ready. In that, whatever color you are selecting, model you are selecting, that they will add and then they will release, right? So, for example, in the car manufacturing, we are taking around 5 months of time. In that, base segment will be ready and then they will attach it and then get back. This just in time introduced by Dr. Edward. And here the same thing. Second one is called the Kanban. Kanban is also a very powerful method. Okay, this methoding orderly flow material. See, for example, you are in the shop floor. Okay, you are in the production unit and there is a different process in, right? Whenever you are getting that process, the Kanban card will be raised. See, for example, I'll take a scenario of an appeal, okay, for RCM purpose, right? See, you have a process like this. Your AR team will work and then they are moving into appeal. Whenever the appeal, they moved appeal in your disposition code or action code, then the Kanban will be raised saying that I have a appeal of around 20 appeals need to be done. So this Kanban card will be raised by two departments. One, the AR will raise there is a 20 appeals and this Kanban card will be received by the appeal department and then they will start preparing the appeals. Right? This is a Kanban, how we can use it in the RCM side of it. Majority of this Kanban, which is used in the your production unit, but we can use this in a very effectively in RCM also. Right? We are going to cover that. And second thing, 5S workplace. Okay, this 5S is a very, very important one if you want to understand the lean. See, for example, 5 S is sort out. Okay, Seri, Seitan, Sizo, and then Seikechu, and then Siku. Okay, so we'll go in this order. Okay, sorting, systematic arrangement, and then shine and sweep, and then standardization, self-discipline, and sustain. See, this is not a very technical thing, right? See, if unless, say, for example, you have a folder and you don't know where the file is, right? That will, in search itself, you lose a lot of your energy in that, right? So, sorting out. So, how your workplace is sorted out. Say, for example, even if you take your kitchen, right? If you keep all your spoons at one place, you need not search for everywhere, right? You can directly go and then take from there and then you can use it. See, the same way you throw everywhere, right? It will become a problem for identification, right? The systematic arrangement, right? How your workflow. Say, for example, I have a claim denied for inclusive, right? I want to refer my document, SOP document. If all the SOP documents are available in one in particular location, that will be easy for everyone to go back and then check and then work on it. The same way shine and sweep. See, whenever unsaved documents, it automatically going to save somewhere. You clean that place and then so that unwanted things will not be there and it is very easy for you to search. And then standardization, right? Say when we are working process, okay, I have a 5-step process. It should only have 5 steps, not 7 or 8, or not 3 or 4, right? And self-discipline, right? Each one should maintain the 5 S. This seems to be very relevant to the management or the production floor, but it is very important for your RCM process also. So by maintaining a clean, organized, cluster-free, safe, and then high-performance workplace, okay, it's not only for the production floor, but it is for your operations also, right? The pull system, right? The push system is once the claim customer ordered, then the product will be developed. Okay, pull system is opposite to that. Right? I'll produce everything, okay, and then based on my prediction on the customer, I'll make it ready. That is called pull system. Now, pull system is very less in the case of automobiles, right? And the visualization tool. This is also a wonderful tool. See, what we mean by that is, say, for example, in your process, you are getting continuous error in one particular area and you are not able to control it. Bring this visualization tool, right? You create that in the chart. For example, whenever they are refiling the claim, okay, they have to add the number 7, like a resubmit, right? Corrected claim. For the number 7, if they are missing it out, print that and then stick it in the place saying that did you add 7 in the corrected claim. So that visualization tool is making them to understand what is the importance of it, how we can move on, right? And the same way the flow can be created by removing the causes of the waste, right? Pokeyoki, the mistake proofing. Okay, this is a one particular tool. What it talks about is whenever you do any process, make sure it is not having any mistake. It's a mistake proof. That's called Pokeyoki. Maintain and then sustain the improvement, right? I don't have any error here and I'm going to improve on. This is one of the method which is used in the lean methodology. And here, what we are trying to discuss here is it's flexibility in the product offering, right? Whatever we are trying to do. See the quick changeover. See what it means. Single minute exchange of the dice. See, I'm planning to do one particular model of the car, right? See, for example, in that model, if any one change is required by the client, right, or a customer, immediately you can change based on the dice. I can fit in, right? This one method used in the your production flow, right? This immediately I can change over. Say, for example, one particular model to other model, it may take a lot of time, but this quick changeover, okay, will create a process within no time, right? That's what we are trying to discuss here on this particular thing. Okay, and then the total TPM and then TQM, both are the very powerful in lean. One, total productive maintenance. Okay, it's talking about the again the production floor here. For example, you are having a machine, how to optimize the machine performance. See, for example, if you consider your AR team is going to work on anything, right? And you are expecting the maximum production from them. How to optimize, right? But the production cannot be done by running behind them, right? Sitting with them, asking them to do more is not going to help us out, right? How you are going to optimize by using this lean methodology, okay, and reduce the breakdown and unscheduled maintenance. This is maybe for the machine. If you consider that into your RCM, unless the flow is understood by your team, say for example, I have a problem, okay, the claim is denied for a medical necessity, I don't know what to do. What I'll do, I'll take incorrect actions, right? So unless you set that the expectation very clearly, the process very clearly, it is going to reduce, it is going to give a lot of disturbance. See for example, medical necessity, I have to check my diagnosis code. If a people does not know or your process is not aligned in that way, then what they will do, they will unnecessarily send it to the appeal, okay, which need to be corrected by your coding team, right? So that is the one thing we need to understand. It minimize the waste of time. If your TPM is clear, you are going to avoid the wastage. Same way the TQM, the total quality management, right? This TQM is very powerful. Each and every process, we have to understand what is my quality, how I am reaching to the TQM methodologies, right? See, this what we want to cover this particular week, right? See, what I'm planning to do here is we will take any one simple technique, right? From there, we will look into that. What is the process? Okay, how my process is going to give me the details of it. Okay, 1 second. Let me open any Excel, and then we will go through this. Okay, I need participation from all so that we can do this in a practically best way. Okay, so we will take any one denial. Which denial we can take? Can I take POS denial, claim denied for place of service? Everyone is familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
So claim is denied for a place of service. So what is the workflow here? First, I have to check my denial, right? First, I am going to the denial, and then I'll check my denial code. Okay, what is my denial code? Okay, and then after denial code, what I'm going to check, I have to check my place of service in the claim form, right? What is the place of service I build? Okay, and then second thing, I am going to check what is my CPT code. Okay, what is my CPT code? And third one, if place of service denial, what we will do? We will verify any document.
First, we have to verify the service along with the place of service, where exactly the service performed and what kind of service we are rendering to the patient.
Correct.
That we
So
have to
this is,
see.
yeah, CPT code I'm checking, and place of service in the claim form I'm checking. The same way in the EOB, right? The claim denied. Okay, how it is getting denied. Okay, for example, I checked this both. After that, what I have to do? I know that my place of service is wrong. What I have to do?
We have to check what is the right place of service for the particular CPT.
That's what I'm asking. Where you will check that? Where you will check this on?
Okay, if the service is rendered in inpatient or outpatient, we can check the medical records. Okay, or the fee tickets that we have received from the provider's office, we can check.
Okay.
Because the same CPT can render, outpatient services can be billed in the inpatient and outpatient, right? Some of the CPTs. So same CPT we can bill as inpatient and outpatient. So we have to check on that as well.
Okay. Then what else we have to do on this? If I identified my place of service is incorrect, okay, and what else I need to do?
Based on the provider's specialty. First, we have to understand what is the provider's specialty. Like, are we billing for the laboratory? Are we billing for a physician billing? So based on that, we can identify the exact place of service and append that.
Correct. Can you append or you have to send it to coding?
It's not required actually. I don't think so. Like, coding is required for place of service denial.
So you can correct it as per your requirement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, action
according
on,
to me,
or I can mark it as a corrected claim. Okay. Right? Anyone have any other thought here?
I used to check the previous date of service that were billed for the same CPT. I run the report and check have we received any this kind of denial previously. I check on that.
Okay. Historical
So
payment.
if yes, we can. Yes, if yes, we can submit that, or else we have to send it to coding. We'll take the next step on that.
Corrected claim, or you will fight with the rep, right? Or we'll send it to reprocess, right? This is what our flow is. So we'll put the flow here. First, I'm getting a denial code. Based on the denial code, I'm identifying place of service is my problem. Then what I'm going to do in the claim form, I'm going to check my place of service and what CPT code I built. And then I'll go to MR and then I'll go to encounter ticket to verify whether the right is correctly it is entered in the billing or not. Then I'll go back and then verify historically I received a payment. And then I'll go back and then check the corrected claim, or I build the corrected claim, or I send it for a reprocess. Okay, this will put it in the flow here. Okay, first one, claim denied. Okay, this denial is my first start. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to identify the code, and then based on the code, I got this is related to POS, right? And once I receive the POS, what I need to do, I'll check in the claim form, and then claim form or encounter nodes. Okay, to verify, okay, what is the place of service? And then I'm going to check my historical payment. And then based on that, I'm going to send it for reprocess, or I have to send the corrected claim. Right? This is what my workflow is. Okay. See, now what we are trying to add here is we will add, is it the process is a value add or non-value add? Okay. Is it going to add any value or it is going to add any non-value? Okay. Right. For example, I am getting a denial. Is it a value add or non-value add?
Non-value added.
Correct. Yeah, it's a non-value add, right? It's one. And then I'm checking the denial code. Is it value add or non-value add?
Value added.
Checking is value add. Denial is non-value add. Code is value add. Huh? Good. Okay. So I'm checking the place of service, right? With the claim form and the encounter nodes, I'm checking what is the place of service. It's value add, non-value add.
Checking is value added.
Checking is value added, but first time see when we facing this denial the first time it's a value added. Okay, if it's repeatedly receiving the same denial for the same CPT code, it's a non-value added.
Right. So historical payment verification, it's a value add, right? And I'm sending to reprocess, it's value add. Yes or no?
Yeah,
unless we build the claim correctly, sending the claim back for reprocessing is value added.
Right. And then corrected claim is also a value added process, right? So here only the problem is it started with the denial, right? That's the reason we are considering this as a value add or non-value add. See, if it is a lien, as we discussed, denial itself is a non-value add. That's what we discussed, right? See, whenever you get these kind of denial, how I can convert this non-value add denial into a value add, right? That's what our thing is, right? So what we need to do, we will go back to the VSM. Okay, we'll call it as a value stream mapping. How the process starts, right? See, from MR, your coders are what they are doing. They are quoting the place of service. From the place of service, it is coming to the charge entry team, and then it is going to the payer. From the payer, I'm getting a denial. Okay, this is my VSM, right? Value stream mapping. See, when the MR decides the place of service and I'm getting a denial, my problem is MR, right? Or my team does not know from the MR how I need to categorize my place of service, right? This is a process flow, right? Coders have to check MR and then they decide the place of service and then they will give it to the charge entry team and then we'll bill it to the payer. When the denial is coming in, okay, my process is getting dropped down in this place. how I am going to fix it. This is my non-value added item. Because of this non-value added, everything is coming to me as a non-value added. If you look into that, what is a waste of time is, this is the waste of time. One, the denial. And second one, I sent the incorrect claim to the charge entry and the payer, right? So my problem is I have to train the team, or I have to change the process in MR, and I have to fix this place of service. So it's not about working on the place of service, right? It is about how I'm going to go on and fix it, right? Say, for example, I don't have any control in the coding. What I'll do, I'll take my place of service denial. Say, for example, I'm taking any of the code. Okay, the lab code supposed to be built under the lab place of service, but it is built incorrectly. I'll run a report, and after the charge is entered, I'll give back to the coding saying that what you are doing. Right? I need not wait for the denial. That's called how you are advancing in your process. Don't wait for the denial. So we are identifying, not only identify the root cause of the denial, but we are fixing it, right? We are going back to this particular area and we are fixing here itself. Before it come to charge, this need to be fixed. So I have to put my value added audit process here, right? That's my value add. Value added is I'll do audit, not the denial audit, not the AR audit, but the denial audit, I'll put it here to stop my process. This is called your value stream mapping, how it is going to give you a better way, right? See, what you need to do is first create a workflow, and then in the workflow, you identified what is a non-value added, what is a value added. See, for denial, I'm converting denial into payment. You can, whatever you said is right? I'm going this way. But my denial itself is non-value add. How I'm going to fix it? This is the way you have to design your workflow. That's what we are calling that as a VSM, and you identify your transportation waste. Right here itself also transportation waste. Charge I'm correcting. It should fix here. Then I will not do any transportation waste. Hope this will be helpful. Next week, what we are going to do is I'll take 2 or 3 process flow. From there, we will come to a conclusion what step need to be done in what way. Clear? We will discuss on that in the coming week. Okay, don't miss the session. It is going very critical. Okay, we'll cover very important sessions in the coming week. Okay.